It's a good problem to have, but they're all being a pain in the ass right now. I am sitting on the porch, waiting on my little bulldog to come up from La Vega. Rico.toro. Another glorious Saturday afternoon in Sosua, which is on the north coast of the Dominican Republic, República Dominicana. If you're new here, hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe if you're new here. So, we are back again. You know, interesting thing. My video about the squares, the uptight, self-righteous people that kind of have boring lives that just rather criticize rather than motivate people or inspire people. Not getting too much traction, not getting too much views, but that's okay. Because, you know, we got a ton of comments, ton of positive feedback, comments from you guys. So, appreciate you all. Much love, much respect. So, also, shout out to Victor from the DMV. Much love, much respect to you, Victor. Appreciate you, bro. You know? And shout out to Elvis Martinez, Ozuna, Bad Bunny, Daddy Yankee, El Chavo, Romeo Santos, Antio Santos, Eddie Santiago. So, if y'all familiar with a lot of those names, you might be La Familia material. So, my little bulldog just left. This is going to be a Rico.toro, the Chica Union rep video. A little bit. So, she hasn't been up here for like a month since she moved back from the barrio here to La Vega. And I've known her, oh my gosh, I'm getting old. No, I'm not. I'm 52. I've known her now for like 5 years. And, you know, had some on and off times. Sometimes I didn't, you know, I would just come on short trips, didn't want to deal with her. Other times I spent a lot of time with her. But she's been real solid, you know, like, I mean, from, you know, anything from the changing the oil and rotating the tires to, you know, making sure I got a bag of ice to put on my broken foot when I broke my foot. Making sure, you know, the house is clean and, you know, errands get ran and things like that. You know, just the type that if she sees somebody struggling across the street, she's going to block traffic or she's going to grab their hand and lead them. You know, not a lot of people here have common sense or consideration like that for others. So she's just solid, you know, and reason I call her a little bulldog is not because she looks like one, because she doesn't, but because she's just like a relentless finisher in the sack. Well, I'm happy, sad, tired, drunk, refreshed, rejuvenated, whatever the case. If I'm in a state physically where nobody can get the job done, or there's barely a drop in the tank, she'll find it. She'll get the job done, 100%. Never let me down. Well, only once, and that was because I was like super sloppy, passing out drunk. So, needless to say, la bomba está vacío, which is my way of saying the tank is empty. She, you know, so, you know, she's asking me basically, you know, when she came today, what's new with Sosua? What's going on? What's the word? And interestingly, a lot of times I'll say I'm the one asking her these questions, to get information from for you guys sometimes. So I'm basically telling her that not a lot of guys are here, but last night, just because I had some good friends visiting, haven't seen in a while. I was at Bailey's for a little bit, so I said decent amount of guys seemed like they were there. A decent amount of ladies were there. Heard the casino was pretty good. Two of my boys fell in and out of love during the course of the night. So all good there. And and I was kind of telling her that, like a month ago, it seemed like this thing where, the Chica's unionized, like, we're going up here. We're going up here with the numbers. We refuse anything less. Going up here. And a lot were going home broke. A lot were suffering, struggling. Their strategy bit them in the ass. But then, interesting thing, I was talking to a brother that lives in Cabarete, and he was kind of telling me, the flip side of that was, at least with some of our regulars or guys that come a lot that have some regulars. He's saying that the flip side of that is they just became like, we'll take whatever. Just throw me something. And which I've noticed a little bit of that too. So that's that thing, I like to think that there's a lot of win-win possibilities, for the business, all business types, for the business people in Sosua, the expats, the tourists, the long-term tourists, all of us. I like to think that there's win-win opportunities and possibilities. It's just that, it's give and take. You gotta form those relationships sometimes. You gotta hard check some people sometimes, though, when they do overstep, and just gotta be firm but fair. Firme pero justo. Something I like to say, firm but fair. So, in some regards, I've been a little more like, I've taken a few more days off lately from entertaining. Because I'm starting to see, I was just going through a thing where I see everybody's a pain in the ass to some degree, and it's funny. I just one conversation with one of the regulars, and they're like, it's like a love-hate thing with the expats or the frequent guys here, because they love us on one hand because it's like, those that are smart enough to appreciate a little bit of long game, they love us. On the flip side, they're like, we try to put these stipulations and rules on them and things that limit them away from us. And, if they're late or something, we'll cancel on them, we'll block them, try to teach them a lesson. So then they end up, suffering or scrapping, to get through the rest of the day, if there's no other opportunity, or they're just not looking for any other opportunity that day. So like I say, there's like a love-hate thing, and I appreciate those that are intelligent enough to have these conversations with me. So for instance, like my little Chiquita, I had to block her the other day because, The night before, she's like, can we see each other tomorrow? And I'm like, yes. Come at noon. And she's like, 2. I said, no. Noon, 12. Okay. Well, come like 12:15, I get a message from my former main Puerto Plata, and she's telling me that she's got some birthday cake to share with me. It was her son's birthday, so shout out to her. And, sort of like teasing me, tempting me with the cake or whatever. And, I'm not really enjoying her like as a team member anymore, even though I started seeing her again. It's kind of like me and the team, but there's no tight lineup anymore. It's just whatever I'm thinking or feeling of a handful of contacts that I have that I've known a while. So, anyways, as she's telling me that, I wait till about 12:30, and my little Chiquita, I'm like, all right, she's mad late now. She's late enough now to where I can just, reach out to her. So I'm just like, buenas, hola. I'll leave it at that. She's out of Wi-Fi, whether it be sleeping, phone's dead, pawned, whatever, I don't care, not my problem. So I'm like, all right. So wait a few more minutes. And so I send her a message and I say, okay, you've been canceled for today. Your time has passed, you're late, you've been canceled. And I blocked her. And then I got back to the other one and said, can you come now? Bring me my cake. So she came, brought me my cake and a side dish of herself. So, next day comes, I unblock Chiquita. She's blowing me up. That wasn't right, but thank you for unblocking me. See you later today, whatever. See you like 7 or whatever. This is like getting towards the evening. It's like 5. And I'd already made dinner plans, with some friends. My friends are visiting, like I say. I'd already made my Friday after work dinner and drink plan. So I decide to tell her, maybe I'll see you later, but I have plans now. I don't know when I'll be back home. Whatever. So the whole time I'm out, she's like blowing me up, trying to video chat me. I'm ignoring her. Trying to call me. I'm ignoring her. And I messaged her once just to acknowledge her. I'm hanging out with friends. I don't know when I'll be back home. I'm not going to make no promises. So at some point, she's like adamant, like, okay, I am getting in the carrito on the way to Sosua now. And so it was like, some point I was just like, all right, be at my apartment at 11 p.m. on the dot. Don't be late. And it's like 10:30. I'm having a last drink. I'm out on the strip, and I arrive, and before I even see her, I hear her. It's like I look at my phone. It's like 11:02, and she's like, she's here. So I look at my phone later. She sent me a picture of my own apartment at 10:59 to let me know she was on the dot or a minute early. So, anyway, saw her good late night last night. But, it's what it is, just the life and times and some thoughts in the mind of Toro, So, we're all just relaxing, try to enjoy our lives, you know. Most of you watching this have your passport, or you're working on it, or you have a flight booked, or you're working on it, you know. You're not judging, you're just enjoying, trying to live your best life. Or that's the goal, that's what we try to do. Lift each other up, we want to see each other do well. So hit that thumbs up, y'all. Thanks for joining. Peace.